They just, they knew when the money was coming in. They had it hit. They hit the place. They hit the apartment. The money. Cops would split the money. Detectives. And what else? That was in the 1970, I believe. But if you get a chance, it's a long movie called Prince of the City. But you can Google it and just read the history of it, and check out Frank Serpico.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be able to find any movie thing you mentioned online pretty easily.
Serpico you'll find. Serpico's easy to find. You just go into Serpico you can find on the Blockbuster, whatever, Full Habit. Prince of the City might be a little harder to find, but since Serpico is well known, it's out there. I know it. And that's it. Frankly, about 75 years old already. And when you go, you'll see. When you go on my website, are you home now?
Oh no, I'm still at on college campus.
Yeah, when you get home, check my website www.blueonline.com. When it opens up, have your music on. Because every time you hit an icon, there's music, and you'll also see Sing Sing. When you click the NYTV icon, you go to the pages. You'll see my photo there. You see my photo. You go to the next page, and then you down the line, you'll see a list, and it'll say Sing Sing. You click that, you'll see what Sing Sing looks like. You ever see the inside of Sing Sing?
No, never.
Well, you'll see photos. You'll see one photo of me when I was a correction officer. It was hard for me because when I became a correction officer, at least I got my guns back. When I became a correction officer, I took the test. It took me, let me see, it was knighted in 83. I tried to get back on the job in 85. In 85, I went to trial. One of the jurors, she's my friend to this day. I write about her in the book. Her name is Annabelle Washburn. And she sat in my jury. She was, she was one of the jurors, and after that we became friends. When I was all the other charges went out the window, but they convicted me of assault third degree that I slapped a drug dealer around. And then she wrote a letter on my behalf to Benjamin Ward, the Special State Prosecutor Charlie Johannes, who took over after his predecessor was the one that, not predecessor, the one that did the in. And she wrote letters on my behalf to get me back on the job. And but when I became when I applied for the Department of Correction, after being a postal worker for 3 years, when I went to Albany, my investigator wanted to see me. Sanchez, Joe, I got to see you. You got to come up. And I lived in Rockland. I drove up, and when I saw him, I said, "Listen, Joe, see this file? It's a big file, isn't it?" "Yeah." I said, "That's your file. I cannot recommend you for the job. I could not make that decision on my own. I want you on the job, but I have to put you through the board. The board investigated you. They had to find out what happened to you as a cop, They ain't going to put you to work in no prison, You're a bad guy, or what, or whatever happened to you. I know you were, your charges were dismissed and all that. I know your background, but the board had to look at your history, where you've been, from law, to everything, especially what happened to you as a cop in the NYPD. And I just want to shake your hand and welcome you to the Department of Correction." So the board agreed. Give this guy. He told me the board says you got fucked. He says they want me to welcome you to the Department of Correction. So he just told me I qualified. And so I was back into law enforcement, but as a correction officer. And I went through the academy in Harriman. When I first walked into Sing Sing, and it was hot, and to walk in there and meet guys that I locked up, it was tough. Sing Sing is a badass place, 2,000 inmates. And it's a jungle in there. Drugs, you name it, they got it. But it was my way of getting back into law enforcement. I was able to go down to one police plaza and get both my guns back, my off-duty, because when I went down with a letter, this man is a correction officer, and I went down with my badge, and it says, "Give him back his guns." And I felt so proud of getting back my guns. And I heard that the cop that I read guns back. Can you imagine that? He's pissed because I got my guns. I got them back because, first of all, I was exonerated. I couldn't get back on the job. I'm a correction officer. I can carry a gun now, But working Sing Sing was a tough time. had one of my embarrassing moments at Sing Sing after meeting guys that I had arrested, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because if I had been an inmate, they would have raped me. But I'm the CO now. But I never, you know, and I remember one day, Sing Sing's got the hill. You'll see it on my phone. You have the hill, and below you got Japan. Japan is a 3-level. They look like shoe boxes. And these are for people that are who have 3 years to 3 years or less to go before they get released, and they can curl their dormitories. But if you misbehave, you go back up on the hill. If you tell me, fuck you, Sanchez, I write you a ticket,